Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Summer of Survivor. It's always a party here, but this week it's a Jeopardy, if you will, as we're playing Survivor Jeopardy, a game of Jeopardy focused on Survivor trivia and only Survivor trivia, as some of the best battle it out to see who will walk away from it the victor. I am, of course, Mike Bloom. I am joined, as I am every week on the Summer of Survivor, by someone who is feeling over her head would be an understatement at this point. It is the great Shannon Guss. Hi, Shannon.
Hello. After weeks of Mike bragging that no one could possibly take him on in trivia, and then me saying last week, I don't want to face Mike, and him being like, it's okay, I think Omar could really take it to me. Here I am, the third person in that unstated trio. I didn't want to do trivia. Here I am doing trivia. I don't know what Jeopardy is. I've done my best to do some research, and I'm coming in as the underdog, so...
Well, listen, I know you haven't watched Game of Thrones, but it'd be very Westerosi of Shannon the Shameless to be able to take the win here in the end. Anything can happen in the game of Jeopardy. Now, of course, when you're not alone, as we talk about in Star Wars, there is always a bigger fish, and in this case of trivia, this might be my bigger fish. It is, of course, a highlight from Survivor 42, the great Omar Zaheer.
Hello, I have already a lot of thoughts. One is you had a great podcast today already about Panama Exile Island. So what an appropriate time to bring up the fact that Shannon is calling the Wambulance because we don't have Jeopardy in Australia, eh? Okay, well, we'll see what happens.
This is just like classic American exceptionalism, American game show.
Omar is not American.
American Survivor, fine, North American. But Juveria is not American, and she played American Jeopardy. So you guys are kind of one and the same. So.
Well, yeah, a fantastic segue to introduce our fourth guest, and who I will very quickly hand the microphone off to as our master or mistress of ceremonies tonight. She is an out Jeopardy legend. You have seen her very recently on the show, as you mentioned, racking up quite a number of wins. It is the inimitable, the fantastic Juveria Zaheer.
Hi, thank you so much. I can't believe I get to be on a podcast with my baby brother.
Hello.
Who is so embarrassed of me all the time. But
because you're so much older than me.
Yeah, but people think I'm younger than you, so that's something about you. Anyways, it's so
points, Juveria. Look at that.
Don't worry about it. We'll increase his rent. We're so excited to have you guys here. I think that one thing you need to know about Jeopardy is you don't have to be smart to play Jeopardy. You just need to be able to have fun and think quickly. Shannon, you don't know. You can't do that. They can do it. They'll be fine.
Oh, I think my favorite part of Jeopardy is when one of the hosts just roasts the contestant mercilessly throughout the entire game.
So it's funny you mentioned that. Like, the thing about Jeopardy is that the best era of Jeopardy was actually the two-host era of Jeopardy. So it was when there was Ken and Mayim, and you didn't know who you were going to get, and it didn't make any sense. So in that spirit, I want to bring on a co-host if we can.
Okay.
Look,
what's going on? Hey.
Oh, I thought it was going to be Aaron Rodgers.
No, I he'd do a better job than me. But Mike, it's an honor to be here. And I have to tell you, I'm a little bit starstruck because I have in front of me an elite Jeopardy champ and an elite Survivor strategic player. And like, I kind of half-assed it in both of them, And it's like, I'm getting shown up,
So if you're going to beat the Zaheer legacy, you need to finish sixth, which you have done. And you need to lose your first game, which I might drop.
Well, and you need to have Reddit call you a nerd. So
they didn't call me a nerd. They just called me a nerd. And him a nerd. They thought I was such a sweetheart.
To be fair, Juveria, if you wore glasses on Jeopardy, then Reddit would call you a nerd. It's just the rule of thumb.
Jeopardy is it's a different audience, though. It's like the older people on Jeopardy. Maybe they're gonna find me endearing. They'll see their kids in me. I don't know. The Redditors. I don't know if I was the bully or I took their spot. I don't know what the problem was for them. But Jeopardy is gonna be it's gonna be smoother.
So Drew, can I ask you what was harder?
Okay, Julie Chen Moonves.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Talking about God too. No, please.
You're not going to be the only person to ask that question.
Yeah, get ready.
So make sure to tune in. But it's the difference between a marathon and a sprint because Survivor, you got 26 days. It used to be 39. What the heck? Now it's 26, but it's a long time. So you can screw up. You can come back and salvage. Your focus is distributed. Jeopardy, it's like, can you be absolute like on top of your game for 30 minutes of extreme pressure? And if you can, you're a winner. And most people can't, and they lose. I don't know if you guys have been watching, but right now we have an amazing super champ. I think if she wins tomorrow, she's going to be the 10th best in history, which is pretty impressive. I'm playing tomorrow, so we'll see.
Yeah, you might be the combo breaker here. You might be like when
Island all over again.
Yeah, you might be when like Sophie took out Ozzy at the last second.
Yeah, it's a tough feeling when you show up and there's a super champ there. I'm sure you felt pretty weird hearing.
I mean, it was like we had all just been, told that we were laid off. It was like arriving at a full. It's like
I was there.
I don't want to, we don't have to go into the specifics, but it was dire. I mean, we as like last rites. So,
well, chat, let us know. Is Drew going to be the Sophie Clark or the Philip Shepard? We'll find out.
Those are the two options.
Yeah.
Two more questions for you, Drew. Who is more handsome in person, Jeff or Ken Jennings?
I thought you were going to ask Omar or.
That is a tough one. I will say that Jeff out there as a host is kind of like a god, like he exists above you. He is transcendent. He like dips in perhaps to like, make sure you're still present at tribal council, but like he's operating on a different level. Whereas Ken is very personable, Ken it feels like it's on like an even footing. Whereas in Jeff, and maybe just because I was such a super fan, I was just in awe the whole time, It was like being a spectator and I was playing the game,
Well, I think that Ken might be an example of like, if Jeff does leave Survivor and an alumni steps up in his stead, I feel like that's what the equivalent is, right? That Jeff was more like the Trebek, and then whoever takes his place would be the Ken Jennings.
That's a great one, Mike. That's why they pay you the big bucks.
We'll see what my amount is by the end of tonight. How big they are.
Wait, so is Drew the first Survivor player to play Jeopardy?
Yeah.
Wait, so this is so great because you as siblings have this like you've both been on competitive
Neither
reality
one of you was the
television.
parent.
That's true.
I'm like the obviously not the child, but I took both of your best strengths and I've hopefully combined them and we'll see.
Well, you're the one who can explain. Like you can't fence it on what's harder because it's like how women and men will never know, can never agree on is it harder to give birth or get kicked in the crotch. You have done both in a reality TV competitive sense. You can tell Omar and Juveria, you have to tell them right now who had it harder, who did the more difficult. You have to decide. Like you can't fence it.
I can tell you after the episode, airs and we see where the chips lay. I don't want to reveal anything, but I'll tell you, I'm like I'm facing like a Boston Rob caliber opponent tomorrow. If you guys have been watching, she cleans up. She's a machine. This is somebody to be feared. I'm not playing like grandma.
Dee was very good too. So possibly
Dee was very good. Nobody would deny that. Certainly not me. But you got to see. You got to see tomorrow, and then you can have me on next week for the Tournament of Champions of RHAP Survivor Jeopardy, and then I'll answer. Yeah.
All right.
Wait. So the stakes are if we win today, we come back next week.
You just keep appearing on the podcast,
Mike,
and
Shannon,
whatever.
Mike's not even here next week.
Yeah, I'm not even going to be here next week, so I might automatically be disqualified.
Drew,
what's the biggest piece of advice, and Juveria as well, what's the biggest piece of advice you should give us as we're about to dive into something that I really don't think any of the three of us are actually prepared for?
Juveria, I mean, you're the champ, the tournament winner. What do you think?
I think that you should have fun and be fearless and bet big and step on some necks.
Woo!
Whoa.
What's the name of the champion right now?
Adriana.
Turn Adriana into your new Brando.
Well,
I don't know what that means.
It was not quite I love Brando. I was just hangry. That's all it was. Don't be hangry though. When you go play Jeopardy, there's a common misconception that you need to be smart to be on Jeopardy. Not true. Not true at all. All you need to be is fast, you just got to throw stuff at the wall, right? And just be, have quick recall. So you don't have to know all the answers, but just guess as much as possible and you'll probably be fine. And if this sounds like bad advice, we'll have to see how it worked out tomorrow. But
say.
that's my advice.
That's
for you.
like if someone was announced as being on the cast of Survivor 40 several, and then was like, "Here's my advice on how to play Survivor," and you have no idea how they actually did in the game.
Yeah. It's like I was in the negative. I didn't even make Final Jeopardy. Nah, but just guess a lot. You guys will do good.
Well, Shannon has never seen Jeopardy, so just so you know, if you end up in the negatives, you actually owe us money.
Yeah, that's true.
Australian money or Canadian money? Like, how are we doing that?
Whatever.
It's your choice.
I don't think I agreed to giving up money. I'm looking up now. I think it seems like we do have Jeopardy.
You do. It's very bad, unfortunately.
Is it on now?
I haven't seen it, but I've heard it.
What is a $1
No, it looks like actually to be hosted by Stephen Fry, which is nice.
Is it starting soon, or is it something that already exists? The chat last week said we don't have Jeopardy, and
it just started airing, I think, a month ago.
Okay, well, how was I to know that?
Maybe
it's on 7. Boo 7. That has neither of the survivors. There was a 1970s version, or in 1993. This is a bad time to Google this, but it seems like we've had something, but not at the level of you guys. I mean, 2 of you have been on Jeopardy, so
yeah.
And some of us have been in the audience.
Wow.
More than once.
Yeah. Wow. That's claim to fame, quite literally.
I just like to say whenever Omar's not there, I always win. Whenever he is there, I always lose.
Yeah, it's true. But the guy who hypes you up at these Jeopardy tapings, he's the shit. He's really gets people hyped.
Oh, yeah.
It's a great time. If you're ever in LA, the tickets are free. Go to it.
Okay, so as fun as this is, I feel like we need to put Shannon out of her misery and start the game. Drew, can I ask you for a favor?
Yes, but before I do have one thing to say. One important thing to say to chat and to you guys if you're in the area. In Philly, I'm throwing a party tomorrow for the episode. Starts at 6:30. Episode airs at 7. It's at Garage in Fishtown. So go on my Twitter, go on my Instagram. You got to show up. It's like Met Gala times Oscars times. It is the biggest event of the season. So if you're not there, you're really going to have FOMO. The theme is just like balls out. The theme is like we're going,
Okay, well,
it's season.
That's good. We love balls on the show.
Or if I'm going to the garage with my balls out.
Well,
I have a brand to protect, a suburban mom brand. Don't get me
fine. Themes are. What should the theme be?
I mean, it's very.
All right. The theme is a surprise.
I know.
Surprise. Just come. It's gonna be great. Show up, and with that being said, that's my promo.
That is awesome. So can we get the board pulled up? Ooh la la. And I am going to ask our special guest host to read the categories as they pop up. Does that sound okay? Drew?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Ready, set, go.
Australian Survivor.
Are you kidding me? This is nepotism.
Oh, wow, Juveria really.
This is
ridiculous.
Did
say she was like, "It's good, Shannon. There'll be questions for you."
Absolutely
Survivor
not.
Anagrams.
Shenanigans. Okay.
Oh, anagram.
Survivor nicknames.
Okay.
Ooh.
I'm
is it
excited
like Nick
now.
Wilson names?
Survivors on other shows.
Oh, okay. Oh, I like this one.
That's
the
fun.
new era.
yes. Okay, this is great
on.
for me.
The
This
new
is
era
awesome.
player.
Survivor drop a letter.
Oh my god.
Oh no, I don't understand.
Drop a
language
letter,
like
keep
that.
another letter?
Wait, Juveria.
We're so
This is
screwed.
amazing. I love this because last night when I was doing like some broad research, just like I Googled how do you play Jeopardy, and then I just thought that I'd look at all of Survivor, and I thought, wow, my knowledge base has really been shoehorned mostly into international Survivor and the new era. Thank you for reading
Ready
my
to go.
mind.
This is rigged against men, in my opinion. But all right,
Just like real Jeopardy.
Bunch of horse hockey,
anyway.
personally. Listen, I've been podcasting about 12 seasons of Survivor every weekday to be given the new era as a category.
The chat seems to think that this
so
is
much,
my
dude.
handwriting. I couldn't work out the handwriting. That is like the regular, like
Default.
typed out text.
Yeah.
My handwriting is actually horrific, so it wasn't going to be. Yeah. So, I'm excited now.
get out of the
All
chat.
right.
You're already cheating.
Drew.
No, I'm going to
what-
get out of the chat when we play. Right now, I have to be with my chat, my friends.
Drew, what
The real
time is the
friends.
episode on tomorrow?
It varies based on city, but it's going to be on basically at 7 or 7:30 wherever you are in America, unless you're in Chicago, in which case it'll be like earlier, whatever. Just Google it.
Canada.
But it's going to be on at 7. Tune in. If you miss out, you're really going to regret it, and I'm going to cry. So don't hurt me.
So pumped. Can't wait.
All right.
It'll be like the time he wasn't taken on that reward.
Yeah, no, the loved ones visit. Yeah, was shedding some tears, but Jeopardy could be 10 times worse.
All right,
I mean,
we'll see if Drew yeets a podium the way he did that rice lid at the end of the day.
yeah, they're never having me back after that. It was just like, sir, you can't even finish the game. You just gotta you're attacking the set. No, it won't fly.
And also, people who watch Jeopardy ahead of time and get like, especially in the afternoon, no spoilers on social media. We want to see how Drew does.
Yes.
Okay, I won't spoil it then, Mike. I was just gonna like blitz out, all my posts, but I'll reserve. I'll wait. I want
Thank
let
you,
you
Drew.
be
I appreciate
surprised.
the restraint.
Yeah, it's for you.
All right. Thank you so much, Drew.
Thanks, Drew. Good luck.
Yeah.
You're my
good
draft
luck.
pick in Jeopardy as well. Although honestly, it sounds like the other girl's really good.
We'll have to see tomorrow. But she
And
has
you're
been good for
guaranteed.
15 days thus far.
You are guaranteed to do better than you did on Survivor.
I
Guaranteed.
was thinking about that, Omar. Survivor, it came top third. I lost. Top third in
Yeah.
Jeopardy is a dub. It's like if the principle holds, I'm just
Top
saying.
3, baby. All right, no
Yeah.
matter what.
All right. Well,
That's a good
thanks,
point.
Drew. We will see you on our screens tomorrow night, and best of luck. But now it is our turn to throw ourselves into the proverbial lion's den here. So we have a system rigged up. Juveria has assembled this beautiful board in front of us with some categories out of, I'll say, outright nepotism, but we'll see how the board goes. I will also say at the top here, Juveria, I know you were not alone in putting this together. It truly takes a village. Anything you want to shout out at the top right now?
Absolutely. So I want to start by shouting out the Jeopardy writers, who are the best in the business and who we steal from all the time. They are the best ever. Another person who's the best ever is Brandon Donlin, who's one of the funniest people I've ever met. My first ever cameo anyone bought for me was a Brandon Donlin cameo, and it was hysterical. Thank you, Kevin Jacobs. Also want to thank my friends Miranda Onan and Zane Brown and Marco, whose last name is escaping me, starts with an S. He's great, who helped me with some of these questions. And we are so pumped to bring you these boards.
All right. And so
Does Shannon get to go first because of your favoritism?
Yeah, she is.
I think you just have to ring in. Isn't
Oh.
that how it works? Does anyone go
You get to
first, or?
select first because you're the best one. So
Oh, I get to
wherever-
select first. I know
Yes.
Jeopardy.
Yeah, so we have
Wherever
a
you'd like
fancy
to go.
schmancy mechanism ringed up where we are actually going to buzz in on our phones and the board in front of you is going to function in real time. So we're gonna dive in and see how this
Okay,
goes.
but mine's just yeah.
Out of the honor system, we're not peeping at the chat.
Yeah,
okay.
chat's
We love
off
you, chat,
now.
but
Love you guys.
we don't want
But
to
we have
give away the
to-
ghost. And Drew was our call up from the chat lovingly. So just gonna be the four
By
of us
force.
tonight as we dive into what should be a very fun folly.
Drew barely complimented me though, and we didn't even ask Drew if he has cats. Can we bring Drew back? Does Drew have
Drew
cats?
does not have cats.
Oh,
can
see,
tell.
well, that's because
How
I
do you
didn't pick
know?
him from the chat.
Because he's more of a guinea pig kind of guy. I can just tell.
Wow.
Yeah, but you said I was more like a rabbit person, and I have cats.
You
I
are.
think
because
he
you've
was
never had
saying
a
that you
rabbit.
look like a rabbit.
No. I said she's a rabbit kind of girl, and I still stand by that. If she had rabbits, she wouldn't have any cats.
What is a rabbit girl?
They're gonna ask, "What's
You.
a rabbit?" Like, do rabbits exist in Australia
but
too? With
what
Jeopardy?
about
I think
me?
there's
What
too many
about
rabbits
me
in
makes me a
Australia.
rabbit person? I just want to understand.
You're
it.
stalling for your loss, Shannon.
No, I just want to know what insulting thing makes me a rabbit person. It's fine.
All right.
Anyway, so I can choose any number on
Any number,
category.
any category. You tell me where we're going.
Okay, Australian Survivor for 600. Is that too much? Is that what someone wouldn't do?
Oh, we're doing it.
In the second season of Survivor, castaways made camp in the outback of this royal northeastern Australian state. Omar,
What is Queensland?
very good.
Oh.
Just
Okay,
guess.
all right.
Yes.
I was
Okay,
thinking
all right.
Queensland as
Royal.
well.
Okay.
Okay.
Omar, where
It's
are we
the only
going?
one I knew.
Is that
Okay.
the second season, like before the Channel 10
Yes.
Survivor?
Oh,
Or
that-
it doesn't matter.
look
Or-
at this.
Exactly.
This is this is actual real Survivor or American Survivor, not real Survivor.
Oh, in the second season of that's not
Oh,
That's
that is.
racist against
I didn't even
Australia.
catch
really
that.
led my brain to
I
an
was thinking Nina
unfortunate place with
Twine.
Australian Survivor, asking about Australian
No, it's
Outback
it's
Survivor.
about Survivor stuff in Australia. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I take back the things I said that were nice. That's
Yeah.
not cool.
Oh, yeah.
Survivor. Let's go with Survivor anagrams for also 600. Is that too much? We'll see.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Just
All
One of my absolute favorite contestants in People. I would even eat snacks from a petrol station back room with her. Gas Cubby Pizza.
Did I get it?
Shannon.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Gabby Pascuzzi.
Beautiful.
In the
Nice
form of a
work.
question.
Oh, who is Gabby Pascuzzi? Is it like Simon Says? Do I not get that?
No.
No, you do,
In
but
the
like
first
you're on
round,
thin
we
ice.
could- in the first round, we'll just remind you. In the
I
second
don't
round, we
have
punish
Jeopardy.
you.
Okay. No, please don't punish me, please. This is all I have.
Please don't
Me,
punch
thank
me.
you.
What the
I'll cut you
hell
as
is going on in this
possible.
Jeopardy set?
Okay. Don't punch or punish me.
Shannon, where are we going?
No, wait, doesn't Mike get one?
No, it's
No,
whoever
it's
answers the
whoever
question.
got the question.
Why are you
Have you
saying
ever
like
seen
no?
Jeopardy?
It's, I don't have Jeopardy. You're meant to be holding my hand, but instead you're all being
You
so
did last
judgmental.
month.
You're doing so great, Shannon. You're doing
Okay.
great, sweetie. Let's keep moving.
I
Where
really
do you wanna go?
hated Australian Survivor as a category. Keep going. The new era seems really risky because Omar was on the new era. In saying that, I feel like I've covered it quite closely. I'm gonna go the new era for $400.
Erica Kasupanen won Survivor 41 by dressing like this animal while playing like this other animal. Omi,
What is a lion and a lamb?
very good.
Oh,
Booyah.
how quick did you do it? I was so
He
quick.
was 1-4 with a nice
seconds.
buzz.
I was 0.2.
Let's go with new era for 200.
No country for old men? Not the case for this over 50 guy who won Survivor 43. Shannon, beautiful
Who
buzz.
is my Gabler?
Yeah,
What's going on
0.043
with this
seconds.
buzzer?
0.043 seconds. Do you
I just
understand
want
what's
to point
happening
out
right
that
now?
Mike Bloom is the first person to complain about the buzzer after 4 clues.
After we took bets, it would be Shannon.
Oh, you guys
Before
are
you even
rude
got
and
on,
fair.
I said 1 clue.
Okay.
Oh, that's so fair. It's only because I've been good at the buzzer that I'm not complaining. Obviously, if I was doing badly at it, I'd complain all day.
Shannon, your turn.
Isn't it Mike's turn?
Oh,
I don't have Jeopardy. Whatever. Okay, give me Survivor nicknames for 400.
Matthew Lenahan. Shannon.
Sash.
Beautiful.
Who
Such.
is? Excuse me?
Can
Who
you
is
please
Sash?
say
Who is Sash?
Sash?
Who is
Yes,
okay?
who
I'm
is?
sorry.
Who
I'm
is?
sorry. I'm still
In
getting
Single
my head
Jeopardy will
around.
remind you and berate you. In Double Jeopardy, I'm going to minus you.
Please don't minus me. Please, that's worse than
I don't
punching
want
me.
to, but I have to. I have to be
Rules are
compliant.
rules.
Rules
Nah.
are rules. Go.
Oh, me again.
Oh, me again. Oh no. Flip my
I wasn't
mind.
expecting you to get too many questions. See how my demeanor changes when I start winning things?
Yeah, we get
Something
it.
that's never been seen before. Let's do the new era for $600.
If it's a daily double, I'm dead. Oh my god! Are you actually
What does it mean?
fucked?
Other F.
Okay,
Oh.
so a daily double means, Shannon, you have how many dollars? You have $1,200. You can bet up to $1,200.
I will bet, and what? Then I still have to bring in the quickest.
Nope,
No,
it's
no,
all yours.
it's
It's
your
your
question.
clue.
Oh, it's all mine.
Yeah,
I'll bet.
But if you get it wrong, you lose that amount of money. If you get it right, you get that amount of money.
I'll bet $400.
Don't back yourself.
Is that okay?
Yep, $400. Jeff highlighted the brutality of the new
Oh,
era
come
by
on.
confiscating Flint from the losing tribe.
Oh,
As an
please.
apology,
This is
he would say
pedestrian.
these 3 words, a catchphrase that never really caught on.
What is sorry for you?
Sorry for you, Mike Bloom and Omi. Yes,
I'm
correct.
sorry for you
I love
that you needed
Jeopardy.
such an easy question to jump up like that, Shannon.
I don't make the questions, Omar. Blame Brandon Donlin.
Never. I never blame him. for
Never blame
anything.
him. Never blame him. Shannon.
Oh right. Give me Australian Survivor for $400. Let's just see where we're at with that category.
It takes a survivor to last a 65-hour trip on the Indian Pacific train, which runs from Sydney on the Pacific side to this state capital 2,000 miles to the west. Omi?
Oh god, what is Perth?
How do you know that?
I don't know
Shannon
really-
told me that Perth was on the west coast because Harry Hills lives there. That's the only city I know on the west coast.
Wow, you slipped
Wow.
earlier this.
I
You're
wouldn't have.
placing back on
didn't
how
know-
little geography you would know, and you are shocking me right now. Omi.
You
All
know
right.
so much more about Australia than I do, but I seem to know so much more about Survivor than you do because all of your questions that you've gotten are just Australia based. I'm hating the
That's very
Australia
true. Yeah, the
category.
2 questions that Omar have gotten right have been about Australia.
I actually was concerned. I'm like, I'm gonna come in here as a Survivor expert and fail, and people won't know I'm a Survivor expert. I think I've got the Survivor part down, but unfortunately, I'm not a good Australian.
You're
Like,
losing
that's
your
what it is.
citizenship.
Yeah, which is fine. I'd rather.
Well, you
than
come to
for
the US, you
Survivor
can
stuff.
compete on Jeopardy.
Let's go Survivor
Right.
Nick Wilson names for 1,000.
Please no Nick Wilson names. Oh, yeah.
Shannon Waters. Mike.
What?
Who is Shambo?
Beautiful on the board.
Finally
Look
on
at
the
that.
buzzer, Mike. And wow, you really came back quick. Arrogance is leaving me, and I'm realizing how close we all are.
All right, let's do Survivor drop a letter for 800.
A 5-time player drops a letter to become Boston, this 2-letter major river of Siberia. Shannon?
Who is Boston Rob?
No, I'm sorry, because you need to drop a letter from Rob to get what?
Wait, what?
But it's a 5-time player. Oh, to become
Yeah, so
this
the way
river.
that it-
Okay.
We'll
It's
gotta
Boston
explain that.
this.
The way that it works is so in that clue, Boston Rob is the 5-time player, but when you
Okay,
drop a
all right.
letter, it becomes
Yeah.
Ob, like the Ob River.
Of
I've
course.
never heard of that in my life.
But
Yeah,
shouldn't
it's
Omar and
also
Mike have had a
Australia,
chance
so-
to ring in after
They
I got
didn't. They
Rob?
chose not to ring it.
Yeah.
They did not ring it.
Why?
Because
I
we
didn't want it because I
scared.
didn't know the answer.
We didn't
And
want to minus
if you answer the
ourselves.
question as you said correctly, as you see, you lose points.
Oh, I
I-
lost
Did anybody in the
$800.
chat know that, please?
Wait, I lost
Um,
$800.
Yeah,
did.
you did.
You lose money when you get it wrong?
Yeah,
He's a cool mistress. Jeopardy is very,
you had
very
a week to
cool.
look up the rules.
I couldn't make heads or tails of it. I promise you, I tried. Literally, looking up Jeopardy, there's so much there. That was not an easy guide, and no one sent me a video.
I
Oh,
offered to do a
well,
tutorial with
nevertheless,
you.
you got this. You're
And
still
did you?
close.
You got this. You got this. You're only
didn't take me up on it.
600 behind.
All
Which
right.
I will
Yeah.
say, I'll go to 600 on survivors on other shows.
Ooh.
Jonathan from Survivor 42 is no stranger to competing in challenges in Fiji, appearing on this Discovery Kids show in 2007. Omi?
What is endurance?
Very good.
Fiji, if you want to be exact.
And popping into the lead.
Shout out to John A.
I'm
Yeah.
not enjoying this anymore.
Thank you, Jonathan Young, for telling me after the game. Zach Wertenberger knew that Jonathan was on endurance, but he never had a chance to blow up his spot.
We
Let's go
should have yelled
Survivor.
it last on the way out. Jonathan was on endurance.
Yeah, I'm sure that Voldemort and Tori would have known exactly what he was talking about. Please.
Wait, who's Voldemort on Ika?
You should
I think
know.
you could
Aren't
probably
you a
get-
fan of Harry Potter?
How about survivors on other shows for 400?
This 2-time Survivor contestant traded in her buff for a briefcase in the 2018 revival of Deal or No Deal. Mike Bloom.
Who is Brenda Lowe?
Oh,
Nice
Oh.
job.
right.
No, stupid
Brenda,
buzzer.
no.
I will go with
Take your teeth out, Mike. Take them out.
Never.
That was a really distressing sequence. Yes, Mike.
Mhm. Oh yeah, absolutely. I will go
Deal or
with
no deal or the teeth thing?
Both.
okay, no Los Dos. Let's go to the new era for 800.
The new era has featured idol activating catchphrases, including Brad's broccoli moment and Marianne's classic case of the bunny rabbit having dinner in this location.
This was literally the season that Omar was on.
yeah.
How did you?
What is the mailbox?
Yeah, but you all knew it. To be fair to you guys, you're so good at Jeopardy. But
The only one she's not favoring is Mike.
I'll wait for it.
I mean, I
Um,
don't think the Australian questions favor me.
The new era, 1,000. That's because you need to brush up on your geography.
This man with a biblical last name was the first boot of the new era. Omi, great buzz.
Who is
What?
Eric Abraham?
Yeah, 0.03.
0.18 seconds and I didn't get it.
Yeah, you had a
You're up by
beautiful buzz
15 hundredths
too.
of a second.
This is what it's like to be on Jeopardy. You want to throw your buzzer at someone's head.
I do
Yeah.
want to. I do.
Survivor
We'll see.
I
We'll
wouldn't
see
say
what
which
we do
head.
to next week, tomorrow night.
Shannon,
Sorry?
I'll let you pick the number. Survivor letter drop. I'll let you pick the number, Shannon.
No, I don't need your charity.
400.
Drop a letter from host Jeff's last name to get this German toast word. I knew only Mike would know this. Yes, Mike.
What is Prost?
Correct.
Wow.
Yes.
Right, you
I,
dropped
of
the
course,
B?
am the most knowledgeable.
I thought
in
this was
German.
about Survivor.
You drop.
Okay, I didn't know to look up the German word for toast. I don't feel bad about myself.
That's what I do every morning. All right, Survivor anagrams for
Yeah.
800.
Oh dear God.
This player was a lover of animals. Maybe that's why they call him Giant Rat. Omar?
Who is Tai Trey?
I can't believe you got that. That's great.
What did you buzz in at?
0.087. That was a great buzz.
You're
Let-
a buzzer king. I don't like it.
Let's go with letter drop for 600.
Drop a letter from the first name of this 42 fan favorite and veterinarian to get this verb meaning damage or disfigure.
Oh.
Shannon,
Mar.
what is?
What is Mar?
Very good. It's your own name, dummy.
All right. I
Shannon?
thought it was or.
What? How does or mean to
I'm
maim or
kidding.
disfigure?
All right.
That's a paddling.
Give me Survivor nicknames $600.
Nicholas Alsop. Omi.
Who is Sifu?
All right.
Letter drop
Look
200.
at Omer, commanding lead here.
Letter drop 200. Yeah. Drop a letter and add a space to a Survivor lifeline to get this wedding day promise. Mike?
What is I do?
Very nice.
I mean, I don't like. I knew there was that, but I'm from the Survivor
Is
Lifeline.
an idol.
Idol.
If you
Idol.
drop
Oh,
it-
If you
idol.
If you drop the L and put the
Okay.
space between the I do.
I knew. Okay, right. I should have just said I do. Stupid.
All right. Well, I do pick survivors on other shows for 800.
That was good. Okay.
Thank
One
you.
year after being voted off the island, this contestant joined Oxygen's Janice Dickinson's modeling agency and came out as gay on the show.
Ooh,
Mike Bloom.
who is JP Calderon?
Correct. Yeah.
Oh, and the
Oh,
last
how do you know
game.
that?
Nice pull.
How do you know that? That's
I-
really well done.
It's my demented
I knew
brain.
that too.
Let's
That's
go
a
with
Donlin special right there.
let's go with Australian Survivor for 800.
When I was pregnant with my first child, I couldn't survive without the original chicken sandwich from this fast food chain, which, due to copyright issues, is known as Hungry Jack's in Australia.
Uh,
Mike Bloom.
What is Burger King?
Correct. Yeah, that's true.
Wait,
story.
okay, wait. Australian Survivor question is about something. Just to clarify, it's about a restaurant that, due to copyright issues,
Yeah.
I have as Hungry Jack's. So for me, it's Hungry Jack's. But we also, I think, have Burger King. So I don't know if that's technically correct. I just want someone to check out if that's true. I don't think Hungry
Because
Jack's and Burger King are the same thing. But
They
anyway,
are the same thing. It's in the archive. The archive is like the Bible.
anti-Australian question because I have Hungry
Australian
Jack's.
Survivor wasn't your category, was it, eh?
I do,
No,
I
it
do, I do
wasn't.
remember very specifically when it appeared on
That was really
2016. There was
bad.
very similar iconography to Burger King, which is why I
Yes.
remember it.
Well, I'm glad that my buzzer didn't work because I would have said like Popeye's chicken.
Well, Shannon, I'm
I
so
thought it
sorry.
was Io's
I'm
draft.
so sorry when it came to this answer, you did not have it your way. I will choose survivors on other shows for 200.
I don't even know what that reference
It's
is.
the
Is that
phrase
a
of
Burger-
catchphrase of Burger King.
I don't know
Something
that
else.
though.
From cheating to competing. After finding love on the island, this duo competed on the 25th season of The Amazing Race. Omi?
Ugh,
Who are Whitney and Keith?
Good.
that's a
Sounds
good.
scandalous
Amazing
first
Race.
line there, Juveria.
That's Donlin. I can't take credit for that one.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh,
Brandon, you're playing with
Donlin.
fire.
Survivor letter drop 1,000. This is my worst category. Let's get it over with.
Drop a letter from the name of Micronesia winner and core member of the Women's Alliance to become this verb, meaning to sanctify.
Ooh.
It's in the Gettysburg Address. Omi?
Oh no. Oh my god. What is Pavati?
No, not Pavati.
I remember when Abraham Lincoln said Pavati.
What is it? What is it?
Hallow.
Oh,
Wait.
from the last
Oh, her
name.
last
Oh.
name. Oopsie.
I was like, Pavat? I was also really confused about how to drop
We
the
shall
letter
not
from Bobby.
consecrate, we shall not poverty these grounds. Yes.
I didn't even mean to ring in. That was my bad.
Mike?
Yeah.
No, Omi. Sorry.
Did you know that
Okay.
you lose points if you ring in and
Yes,
don't get
I
it?
did
We're
know
all
that.
finding things out
Very
together.
close.
Let's go with survivors on other shows for 1,000.
Redemption Island's Matt Elrod, now known professionally as Wyatt Nash, starred as Charles Smith on this
Oh, I
scripted
remember this.
CW show.
Oh, I don't remember the show.
Omi?
This is the worst show of all time that I still finish because I'm a loyal viewer. What is Riverdale?
Correct. It's a
He was on
terrible-
Riverdale? Wasn't he also on Brooklyn Nine-Nine, or was
He
that someone
was.
else?
No, he was on
Yeah,
Brooklyn Nine.
okay.
He was a younger Scully or Hitchcock.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think.
yeah. That's what I remember. I actually didn't know the Riverdale thing. Good that he's doing well.
Yeah,
I feel like the
congrats.
JP Calderon
Is he
question
doing
was
well
a
if
lot
he's on
harder than that
Riverdale?
one, if we're being honest.
Thriving.
Yeah, he's on TV. I think any actor's happy to just be on television.
Fair enough, but Riverdale sucks. Australian Survivor, 200.
You watched every
Find out what
episode.
American question
Every
you
time I
have
see
for us.
you, I'm like, what are you doing? You're like, I'm watching Riverdale. You look miserable. While its tiger has gone extinct, this southernmost Australian island state is still home to the devil. Omi.
What is Tasmania?
I've got
Yes.
no Australian questions. That one I could have got, but that's
1,000. Let's give Shannon her chance.
yeah.
Stay hydrated for a base walk around this sacred location known by this Aboriginal name. It's the world's largest monolith and is located in Australia's Northern Territory.
I don't understand the question.
Shannon.
What is Uluru?
Beautiful.
Nice. There we go.
Okay. Redemption. Do I get to keep my citizenship that I worked for as a child?
No, you can only stay at Uluru. That's the only location you're allowed to go to.
You can't climb it
Alright.
though. No climbing.
Wait,
Omar's
Omar
quit the game.
just left.
Good. He's like, the Australian questions are done and I'm
Where
out.
shall we wait for him to
No,
return?
he's back. What the
No,
hell
no.
happened, Omar?
Don't tell Omar that I was willing to just go on without him.
Show must go on. Yes, Shannon.
Alright. Oh wait, no! I did something with my elbow. Oh no, guys. I X'd out of the game. One sec.
Okay, you can re-enter it.
I did. Okay, I think you should have prefaced that not with I
Okay,
did
I'm back.
something with my elbow.
What was
We
on
should
my
just-
desk?
We should just go on without you.
Oh, I see how it is. Okay.
So I think it's Shannon, right? Shannon's got once her elbow's fixed. I think she should get to pick what's going
Oh,
on.
right. I forgot because I've
Okay,
got
are
a
you
question
in,
so
Shannon?
long. I'll do Survivor anagrams for $400.
He's not from Vermont, but this original mastermind might spend time with Senator Sanders, Bernie Consort.
Vermont?
He's not from Vermont though. Oh no!
That can't be
Rob Sesternino.
Oh,
Oh,
really
no.
high.
Ooh,
Really,
you know what?
really-
Dude,
Oh,
I
don't
love these
tell Rob what
anagrams.
happened.
We
I
forgot
love me some
about 'em.
anagrams.
Do you think that Rob's watching or listening to this?
I
No,
hope so.
Because-
no,
Yeah.
no.
Okay.
We don't
Shannon?
need him. We've forgotten about him. It's the Q cast now.
Oh, I keep forgetting. $800 Survivor nicknames.
Andrea Hurd.
Who is-
No, wait. It says it should be actually Mike Bloom because his time is shorter.
Oh, all right.
Yes, Mike
Oh.
Bloom.
Who is Dreams?
Correct.
You
Yes,
are
with the-
dreams.
I'll go anagrams for 200.
I'm so bad.
This
at these.
Survivor 45 player certainly is as tall as Lincoln. Abe swirled. Omi?
Who is Drew Basile?
Good.
And Drew
Oh,
would say
very good.
Pavati.
You either see it or you don't.
Pavati. Anagrams. Let's do it. Let's finish it off.
An all-time legend, no one could argue that she shines bright and sends us into a tizzy. Radiant wins days. Mike?
Who is Sandra Diaz Twine?
Yeah.
Very
Nice.
good.
Ooh.
That was really well.
I have
earned.
so many options here.
Getting destroyed.
Shot in the dark. Survivor nicknames for 200.
Dan Da Silva. Omi.
Who is War Dog?
I would have also accepted the
War Dog.
Yes.
Yeah, I
War
gotta use the
Dog.
article.
All right.
Wow.
If only I didn't
after-
say Pavati.
After round one,
I
we had a
regret my
very
earlier
close
arrogance.
game. Shannon with a respectable 2,400, Mike Bloom 5,400, and Omi in the lead with 6,000, showing a knowledge of geography that no one thought he had.
It was
Go
all
to the next
secondhand from
one.
Shannon, really.
Let's see our categories. You guys ready?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
So
Hell
in
yeah.
this round, Shannon, there are 2 daily doubles.
Ooh.
Okay.
You got to go looking
Sure.
for
And
them.
I just learned what that is. So I knew there was a daily double, and I just learned what it is. So that's important.
Survivor geography.
Oh, God.
Hell,
Quotable
guys.
quote.
What the hell, y'all?
Survivor music makers.
Oh, no.
Literature.
Oh dear God.
Survivor fashion,
Oh, Mike's good
and
at that.
before and after. So this is like Wheel of Fortune 500 or Mike Bloom on the Rose. Like it's like two
What?
things that stick together.
I don't
My
get it.
stripper
Explain
name.
further, please.
So it is two phrases that share a common word. So like,
That's a better, yes.
so we have like Wheel of Fortune, Fortune 500. Fortune is the common word.
Oh,
between
okay,
them.
okay,
The
okay,
Wheel
okay.
of Fortune
Yeah,
500.
yeah.
Yes.
I don't think
What
I can
is
think
Wheel of
fast
Fortune
enough for that.
500?
What is?
Yes,
Okay, well, you get to
got it.
select first, my friend.
This is awesome.
Me?
By the way.
I don't.
Very
Why?
good.
I'm coming. Okay, give me.
Yeah, last
Give
place person
me.
gets to go first and
Give
double.
me Survivor Music Makers for $400.
What does that even mean?
Oh, you'll see.
Sticky situation. Jesus happened. Mike Bloom.
Who is Baylor Wilson?
Oh,
Ah.
okay. So I understand I could do every
It's a
lyric of
sticky
Sticky Situation right
situation.
now. Like I
Why,
feel
though?
It's like your buzzer
putty
stepped
in
in
my
gum
hair.
because you were slow
Did
on
you
the
just
trigger.
show up?
I
Oh,
do
no.
feel like my Dairy Queen is melting actually
Oh no.
and getting everywhere. Okay, so I understand. So those are the song titles, and then I will give the
That's
artist.
exactly right. Mike
Yeah, now I
Bloom.
get it.
I will go with quotable quotes for 400.
Nobody wants to date someone who doesn't make the merge. Omar.
Who is Kat Ederson?
Okay.
Yes. And I'll take first names for some of these too.
Also, I do,
will go
yeah,
with
yeah.
Survivor Geography for 1600.
Oh God.
Oh,
Enjoy.
let's make-
Okay, so now Omer, like you have Jeopardy in the blood. You got to figure out
It's
how to.
in
Because
the blood.
isn't the strategy in the bidding of these daily doubles and final Jeopardies?
Yeah, are you going to be
Yeah.
brave or are you going to be a
The
coward?
true daily double is the Zaheer way. So let's go all in, baby.
All in, baby.
Wow.
Survivor fans know. Sorry, it's 6,400. Sorry.
Oh,
Survivor fans know 3 of this group's 6 inhabited islands contain the word Hiva. Nuku Hiva, Hiva Oa, and Fatu Hiva.
I don't understand the question.
So,
I'm gonna go with what is Marquesas?
King.
How did you do that?
Good.
Well, I
Nice
knew
job.
that was in the
Because-
Marquesas, but I didn't understand what the question was asking me.
Yeah, I think the actual shows were shot on Nuku Hiva.
Yes.
Incredible.
Wow, great
But
job,
Thank you,
Omer.
Trudor
So you're using
Times.
all your points.
Shout out
Right.
Jeff Pittman's getting your money.
SurvivorFans.net
end of the day.
back in the day. Let's go with Survivor Geography for 2000. You know,
In the first Survivor, when you were voted off the island, it was Pulau Tiga off Borneo in this sea. I think this is actually the hardest question on the board. Omi,
what is the South China Sea?
how do you know that?
They say it
Incredible.
literally in the introduction to the
Yeah.
Oh,
show.
that's why. Okay,
We're
that
in the
makes
middle
sense.
of the South China Sea.
Oh, okay, so like, there's no way you know that from a map.
Geography.
I watch the Borneo intro every day, so I could have got it like that. Yeah.
Don't make me laugh.
1200 Geography. Let's do it.
The name of its capital, Libreville, translates to Freetown in this coastal African nation, independent from France since 1960. Omi actually is faster than Mike.
Then Mike?
Yeah.
Mine's 0.84.
It is his point
mine's
one.
0.198.
Sorry.
Oh.
Sorry.
What is
Math.
Gabon?
Yeah, math is not my strong suit, as we've seen.
Hmm.
Good job. Yes.
And Jeopardy is not mine.
Let's go with Survivor Music Maker for 800.
Eyes on you, ready, set, roll.
I've
Mike?
never heard of
Who
this.
is Chase Rice?
Yes.
I don't know Chase Rice's
Oh.
discography. I'm really learning where my gaps are.
All right, let's go. Let's go a bit bookish, shall we? Let's go literature for 800.
Toil and trouble. Stephen Fishback famously referred to Wentworth, Sierra, and Abby Maria as the 3 witches from this Shakespearean play. Shannon.
Macbeth. What is Macbeth? What is Macbeth?
Yes.
I thought it was the Coven.
They are the
And
witches.
And now, in
coven.
Shannon's saying it, she's now
He said,
cursed.
he, said
That's the
he
problem.
misquoted it, but he said toil
Yeah.
and trouble. as
Mm.
well.
Ooh, he missed. Oh, do you hear that, Fishback? You misquoted it.
He
And I'm not
knows.
saying that to
He's
be
been
mean, I
living with
just
that for
agree with
10
it.
years.
He's smarter than all of us. It's fine. Okay.
Very valid.
Well,
Shannon, to you.
Oh, me. Oh, God. I haven't got a question.
Yeah, she's
in
not
so
used to
long.
being picky. Yeah.
1,200 Survivor Music Makers.
The Maze, library card.
Isn't that Arthur?
Who is J Maya?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, right.
I got a second.
Not Arthur the Aardvark.
That's all I could
Did
think
you
of.
not
is
remember when
all-
Arthur played Survivor 37?
all I could think of is all having fun isn't hard when you've got a library card.
Well, let's bring it to the runway here for Survivor fashion for 400.
Oh gosh.
In Survivor China, Amanda Kimmel's bottom half usually had some kind of blurring due to the tiniest of her shorts, which had this kind of pattern.
I was looking at the pattern.
Oh,
It was blood. It was all
What is
blood.
a leopard?
no, I'm gonna have to say.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I knew it wasn't a leopard.
The correct answer is camouflage.
Well,
Oh, yeah,
that's
yeah.
ironic.
Yeah.
Wait, I thought she was going to ask about the nickname back in the day of Bloranda.
Loranda.
I guess
No,
not.
I was not going to. Yes. Shannon, I think it's still you.
No, it's
No, it's
Mine.
me. I'll
sorry.
go. Let's take another shot at it. Survivor fashion for 800.
This item, brought by Parvati Shallow to Winners at War, was shared among the contestants during Tribal Council for warmth.
I don't remember this at all.
Omi?
What is a shawl?
Yeah, I'll take that. Good.
Oh.
Scarf, shawl.
I was gonna say
blanket.
scarf.
so memorable. Such a memorable part of one of my favorite seasons of all time, for sure.
Let's go with
Shawl.
Survivor fashion for 1200.
One contestant showed up woefully unprepared by wearing jeans in this season, ultimately sewing a skirt for himself out of another contestant's dress. Omi?
Oh,
What is? Wait, what are they asking for? What is
Season.
Pearl Islands?
Good.
Oh, this season. Okay, I would have got it wrong because it's where's the
I got a shout out. I'm so happy.
What about literature for 1600?
Well, we know Boston Rob as the godfather. He was not the subject of the famous 1969 book or 1972 film adaptation. Name either the author or director of these works.
Not a chance.
Who is Mario Pucci?
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Oh,
It was so close.
dang
Who
it.
is it? I don't. Oh, right.
I think
can
it's
still
Mario.
answer.
I think it's
don't want
yeah.
to.
It's Mario Puzo
So,
or
with an O.
Francis Ford Coppola.
Oh,
You went for
give
it
it to him.
No, don't give it to him. He got it wrong. Let's go. Not ye. Different.
Literature
Different.
1200.
This book deals with leadership and how you defeat the other tribe. Jeff is talking about this classic tome by Sun Tzu, a copy of which he gave to each Survivor China tribe. Omi?
What is the art of war?
Of what?
War.
Yeah, don't Stewie Griffin this. Sassy twat.
Almost king of the buzzer.
2000 for literature.
B.B. Anderson was a real estate developer. B.B. Anderson was a Swedish actress who starred in a film adaptation of this famed Norwegian playwright's Enemy of the People.
Oh yes, baby.
Ooh.
Mike.
Who is Henrik Ibsen?
How do you know these things?
I heard you saw that recently. Is that
I
good?
did. Shout out to
Yeah.
Jeremy Strong, recent Tony
Wow.
winner.
Wow, another very American specific question. We do not have any
He's Norwegian.
in Australia. Mike just saw Enemy of the People, so he's all in on Enemy of the People. And he got to see Jeremy Strong, Tony Award winner Jeremy Strong. Does he get to have it all? Do I not get some charity here?
No, sorry, Sia. That charity's out the window.
And I don't have Burger King or Jeopardy.
Well,
And
let's
I'm
go-
like, charity. That question was still unfair.
Shannon might be a hungry jack.
Does
So let's
Shannon
put
know what a Whopper
quote-
is?
Quotable quotes for 1600.
No, okay. Well, I can't eat Whoppers.
You have made my life hell from day one. Forget you. Go home. Goodbye. Omi.
Who's Crystal Cox, baby?
I can't do the buzzer anymore. The buzzer's done. I think my buzzer's broken.
Survivor music makers for 1600.
No posers allowed. Fire sprite. Mike?
Who is Ben Katzman?
Yeah.
Wow, you really? Is that the whole
Wow.
playlist? Is that your like Spotify Wrapped with all these survivors? Because I don't know their
That was so
songs.
And
impressive.
now you know my listening habits.
It was
let's-
all sticky situation or nothing
Yeah.
for me.
What about where's Tidy Whitey's little boy?
It might be
Maybe
our
it's
2000. Let's go with before and after for 400.
A cute, sociable, spooky cartoon character meets the season featuring Wendell, Dom, and Sebastian. Mike.
Who is Casper the Friendly Ghost Island?
Oh. I thought it
My
was going to be
daughter's
a cat.
favorite season, even more than 42. Yes.
Let's go with 800, before and after.
Oh, these ones are
2
hard.
tribes of 10 new players divided into age-based cultural groups joined forces with a group of mutant superheroes. Shannon?
What is Millennials versus Gen X Men?
Gorgeous.
Nice. Good job.
Perfect.
Damn.
All right, it's me again. I'm gonna do quotable quotes for 1200.
F you, Brad Culpepper. Shannon?
Who was Candace Cody?
No.
Oh no, who was Marissa?
Oh,
It was the Mandela effect. Who is Marissa Peterson?
Dang it.
And I gave it to him as well.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was smart. That was
no.
smart.
That
No,
was-
I lost
that
the points
was-
I just got.
Candace did the flip off, but Marissa was the one who said
no.
it.
Oh my god, I hate this game so much. I'm not having fun with it.
Survivor Fashion 1600. Oh no.
Ooh. Is this going to be his Marquesas moment?
what's
Not
he gonna?
really
This
back
is
to
a
the
very
fashion.
interesting position he's in. A lot of game theory here.
Let's
he
go
gonna-
with should I step on the neck or die by accident? Let's go with 10,000. Why not?
That's a wild bet. Yes. Okay. For 10,000, Sandra Diaz Twine threw this style of hat worn by Russell Hands into the fire.
What is a fedora?
I'll accept fedora. The correct answer is actually trilby, but I'm allowed to accept fedora.
Trilby?
Why
What
are
the
we
hell is
allowed
a
to-
trilby?
Could we accept Fedora if it was Trilby? I don't know. I feel like maybe those are different things. I don't know. I've never heard of Trilby, and I would have said Fedora.
Miranda Onan, who wrote that question for me, said I can actually fedora, but I have to accept it as correct.
Ooh, okay.
Miranda, whose side are you on?
Before and after 1600.
On Survivor's 13th season, Parvati and Yule emulate a Dolly Parton and Kenny Rogers song where we rely on each other. Mike?
What is Cook Islands in the Stream?
Very nice.
All right. Before and after for 1200.
Jeff Probst's iconic vote out phrase meets Samhar Tedesse's occupation. Mike?
What is the tribe has spoken word artist?
Correct.
Wow.
Let's clean out the category before and after for 2000.
The champs hit Fiji for a $2 million prize. In the running are Michelle Fitzgerald, Yul Kwan, and Tolstoy guy Pierre Bezahov.
I don't
Mike.
understand
What
the
is
question.
Winners at War and Peace?
Yes.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
God,
Wow.
I could
That's
tell
hilarious.
you.
Wow.
If I had
30,000 points.
If I had anything tonight, it was that category. That was made for me, and that's it. I can die a happy man. Let's go with Survivor Geography for 400.
Including Palmerston and Puka Puka, this vast expanse of islands was named after a British captain who visited in 1773. Omi?
What is the Cook Islands?
Yeah.
Survivor Geography for 400.
Although this country has more than 300 islands, about 70% of the population lives on its largest, Viti Levu.
Ooh.
Shannon?
What is Fiji?
Yes.
Oh, quotable quotes for $800.
What's his name? What was his birth name? It wasn't Coach. It was Benjamin. And you know their children, 26, 22. They're over there listening to all of Benjamin's Halloween jokes, Chucky the Cheese joke. Shannon.
Who is Stacey Powell?
Oh, what a queen.
Okay, never mind. Now I can die happy because I heard Juveria with the straightest tone possible read Stacey Powell's speech.
I didn't
Holy
hear
moly.
it. I was just waiting with my hand over the buzzer. I gotta get a lot of points, okay? I gotta get 27,000 points. So. I'm trying to catch up here.
Where are
Don't
we
worry, I'm
going?
gonna make a foolish final
Oh,
judgment.
me. Yeah, let's do literature $400.
This first Survivor winner was dubbed Island Machiavelli by the press, referencing the seminal work The Prince, which suggests immoral acts are justified if they can help achieve glory. Omi?
Who is Richard Hatch? Survivor Fashion for 2000.
On Heroes versus Villains, Jerry Manthe said people referred to her as a she-devil in this colorful article of clothing, a reference to her outfit on Australian Outback. Oh, you guys stumped?
I mean,
On-
there is. I wouldn't call it.
It was blue bikini.
Oh,
blue
okay. I was gonna say the black hat, but that's
Oh.
quite literally not the definition of colorful.
Yeah. Okay. Music Makers, 2000.
Weak. I'm so into you.
Ooh,
Mike, isn't this on your Spotify? Come
I
on.
don't think I know this one.
I don't know this one either.
Sorry to this artist.
That's Taj from SWV.
Oh, we saw it. Oh, I hate us. Oh, Bryce has disowned us. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Bryce has never been on the podcast. again.
Sorry.
I was gonna guess
Daddy.
Bryce, actually. Damn. Okay. All right. Quotable quotes.
Stick to the plan. Omi.
Who is Keith Nail? Keith Snail Man.
Does that mean that Omi has a lock game? Look at that.
Oh, I'm
with
still
Yeah,
that
he
gonna,
does.
I'm still gonna
blue.
bet foolishly. Don't worry.
I hate my
He's
points.
still gonna bet foolishly, but
I
still a
still
very
point.
impressive game. You know, he got all the daily doubles, I think, or at least two.
That was the
yeah, he
issue.
did.
So our final Jeopardy category is astrology.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
Kendra,
Oh,
where's my
gosh.
lifeline?
Oh, no.
This is worse than knowing about Australia.
I'm gonna
Put
bet a
your-
lot.
Put your bets in.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Omi-
Omar has to bet a lot here.
What the hell?
I just
Is
bet
that?
everything. Do I bet everything? What's the strategy? I'm coming last, so I can't win.
Oh
if
yeah,
I
you
choose
should bet everything.
You
But I
should
don't
bet.
know astrology. Like famously,
Same.
not
I
my
just
vibe.
bet a lot of money.
Good.
I'll do this one.
I hope
Why not?
Oma loses. What are we doing right now? Actually,
So we are putting in money ahead of time. That if you sort of like the daily double, if you get it right, you get that amount of money. If you get it wrong, you lose that amount of money.
And you have to write it. You have to write it on the little board.
Shouldn't Oma just bet like $1?
I should bet zero,
Yes, you
but
could have
I
bet $0.
did not.
Alas. Okay. And the final question is: this astrological sign belonging to Jeff Probst is known for being extremely private, intense, and locked into their belief systems. Good luck.
Oh fuck.
Yes, the music.
And what are we doing right now? Oh, we have
You
to
are
write
writing
it
in the response.
You have to
Oh,
say
no.
what is.
I don't know what. When
Um,
is his birthday, and what does that correspond to?
Do you know
I-
Jeff's
oh, dear
birthday? Do you stalk him on the promenade? Do you fall
I put
in
mine in, but I
love
don't know
with
if it
his
worked.
dimples? Then you might be Julie Berry.
Yeah, I also
Oh.
did,
Okay.
but I don't know if it worked. I don't
know if
Okay.
mine worked either.
I hope it didn't. I don't know.
We're gonna see if it did work. Okay, I don't know. Okay, perfect. I thought I was going, oh geez, I think there was a big mistake, but no, we're good. So
Big,
Shannon,
Big mistake.
her response was Capricorn. Unfortunately, that is incorrect, and her wager was 4,000, leaving her with 0.
That's fine. I'm okay with it. I don't need to win things. I don't care about winning.
You know what? I ended my first game with $0 too, and then the people on the internet was like, she doesn't know how to bet, and they were right.
I'm sure that's what the internet's saying about me right now.
Mike
I really
had
miss the chat. but-
Scorpio, and that is correct.
Thank
Are
you,
you
Ben. For,
serious?
thank you,
I'm
Ben,
a
for,
Scorpio.
thank you,
That's
Ben, for
crazy.
shouting that out.
Oh no.
And it looks like he has $30,200. Now, Omi could not have been caught. And he said, what is Libra? And he wagered $20,000.
Why?
I was gonna double it.
How are you that confident in Libra?
I
Sam
just
is
want
mad that
to play
Mike
for
didn't say what is
chaos.
Scorpio. Mike didn't say what is Scorpio.
You wrote, but Shannon, you also wrote Capricorn.
And I lost all my points, Mike.
So we can see that Shannon finishes in a respectable 3rd place. Omi somehow managed to finish in 2nd place. And Mike Bloom is the inaugural Survivor Jeopardy Drew Basile Memorial. He's not dead, but in honor of him,
It's really a Natalie White
Jeopardy,
situation.
Survivor
But you know what?
Jeopardy.
She deserves it.
Congratulations.
So-
That was Chris Underwood every day of the week. He came back on something dumb that apparently I don't know.
I do come
know
back
what?
on something
I
dumb
just
all the
want to point
time.
out that when I run those games for normal people, it takes 20 minutes. But because you guys are so much more interesting and fun and vibrant, it took the better part of an hour.
I could not remember to pick the question when I got the question.
What do you have in your hands?
Hemostats, and they're coming for Mike.
Omar, you have no one to blame but yourself.
Do you have a pair of scissors in your hand?
No, they're hemostats. But yes, you know what? I played for Chaos, and I don't regret a thing.
I mean,
do you not regret a thing?
I don't.
Hey guys, I'm going back to the chat.
Oh no, I love this. I feel it only appropriate, Shannon. Here's our one Australian Survivor reference that I did pull a Stephen Bradbury and somehow win there in the end because I knew that Jeff Probst was a Scorpio.
Yeah, it kind of feels a little like a.
Do you know what the funniest thing about this is? Can you ask Omar Zaheer what his astrological sign is?
Scorpio.
Is that what Scorpios are known for? I thought Scorpios were crazy. Jeremy Collins taught me that.
Yeah, intense.
That's true.
Secretive.
It's a private. I don't know
Private.
anything about astrology.
Clearly
I'm
dumb
actually
as
fine to
hell.
lose on astrology.
Dumb as hell. No, you guys all played great. I like that you all had your moments. You know, Mike Bloom with that before and after. Shannon, you had some great moments, especially early. Thought you were going to run away with it. Omi, you knew geography, which shocked everybody.
Yeah, can you
I
go
was
into
a
map
grade
making
7
now?
geography champion, just so you know.
Are you sure you want to be a vet? Do you want to go into map making right now? That could be a career for you.
Yeah, sure.
As long as he can pay his rent.
I'm looking at the chat. At one
course.
point, they revoked my superfan card, but I don't know on what. Do you think that was a Marissa thing? Because I fell for a really dumb, stupid.
But you know what? That was a good. That's a Mandela effect.
And listen,
know?
let's give a shout out.
But I knew it
right
immediately
now.
after.
We may grumble and we may grouse, but the work that was done behind the scenes was really, really fantastic. So Juveria, thank you. Thank you to Brandon. Thank you to your whole team. This is a really, really fun game. Rob doesn't know what he's missing. He was poo-pooing this idea up and down the streets, but I think this turned into a very
up and down the promenade, I heard.
Yes, exactly.
I didn't think I would have fun getting $0, but somehow I did.
You're a zero vote finalist of the episode.
Yeah.
Yay!
Which feels great. And that's what they all say, the 0 vote finalists, about how good it feels to get 0 votes. I should be like the losers in the after show right now.
Yeah, how are you feeling, Shannon?
Wow, the chat is angry.
Wait, should we have pizza then?
The chat that I didn't watch an episode of Jeopardy, that I don't know what Jeopardy is. People were mad.
I think
Jonathan's episodes are on YouTube, apparently, and I feel censored from the chat. I'm not even allowed to type in the chat, and I don't appreciate that.
Yeah, Omar, you're a fan of the chat.
Typing in the chat. You should be able to see the chat. That's not like we didn't do that.
We didn't do that.
Should we since we have time, Juveria, are there like any questions that didn't make it that are like spare things that you want to throw out there?
Yeah, I actually have some. Give me 1 second. So one of my favorite questions was, give me 1 second.
There was one that she told me that I didn't remember the answer to. So while she's looking, I'll ask it.
Okay,
I didn't know right away.
This was my favorite question. I just didn't know where to use it. My friend Emily Hoag's father once voted for this libertarian and underwater shelter constructor for governor of Indiana.
Whoa, who is Rupert? And also, who is your friend? Why did he do that?
No, my friend's dad.
Oh, okay.
Your friend's dad owned that ham. What about these two survivors tied the record for most consecutive individual immunity wins? It took me a second because I didn't.
Wait, say it again. Sorry, I was reading.
These two survivors have the tied record for the most consecutive immunity wins at 5.
Most consecutive immunity wins. I would say one is Brad Culpepper, and the other. Who is Brad Culpepper? And no, it wasn't Mike.
It wasn't Tom, because.
Who is Colby?
It was Colby and Terry, I think.
Colby and Terry.
Terry makes sense. We only lost the ones at the. Okay.
So I would have immediately said Ozzy and Tom. That's what my thought would have been.
No, because I know Ozzy had the combo breaker when Adam randomly won one.
Yes.
Of course.
We had like because Brandon Donlan sent me a bunch of great ones too that we just
read some out. We got some time if you can pull up on the hotspot.
You should manufacture this.
Donlan, if you're around, Donlan, resend me your stuff.
Wait, if Brandon's around, he should come on the podcast.
Brandon should come on the podcast and read his extra categories.
Brandon, get in here, Mr. Donlan.
I feel like this should be a thing that people would buy, the same way people are buying like different versions of like Monopoly,
Oh,
code names, guess who?
He's
Anything-
saying no, that's from another time he was supposed to meet me somewhere.
Brandon is a cat. He doesn't have a cat. And I'll have you
So you
know,
are
Nick,
reading the
There we
chat.
go. Okay. Perfect.
Okay.
I got the Goblin questions. This category is called Happy Father's Day.
Oh,
Oh,
So we're gonna
wow,
go
it
in
seems
a
like
circle this
another
time
one
because you
that's-
guys are all buzzer traumatized. So this one is for Shannon. Which
Oh.
Survivor Borneo castaway won the first ever in-person loved ones challenge, being surprised by their father Jim on an overnight yacht stay?
Who is
his name
Dr.
was
Sean?
Jim.
Dr. Sean, very good.
Remember
Omi,
his dad gave him like a
And-
weird back rub?
Wait, Sean could also be part of the category of Survivor nipple rings. Am I right?
Who else would be in
else is
that
on there?
category?
Jerry
I
from
don't-
Australian Survivor.
Yeah.
We have a
Oh,
nipple
yeah,
tattoo.
nipple tattoo.
Nipple tattoo.
Right.
Nipple decor is the category.
Yeah, I think we'd have to have a general nipple category. I don't know if you'd get 5 nipple rings.
It
Brandon's coming, by the way.
Brandon's coming, so I
Ooh, how do
will.
we
I'll
know?
give him
Everyone
one
wait
more,
for
and then he
Brandon
should
to
be able to
come.
read his beautiful categories.
Yeah. Do you have any other ones,
Brandon
Juveria?
Meyer
Or
is also in the chat.
Who?
who?
Brando.
Brando?
Meyer.
Brando can come on too.
I liked
Brando,
him.
do
He
you
was
have
a
a cat?
sweetie. I liked watching him on the show. Despite several in-person family rewards since the first season, Survivor Cook Island saw the second
look at that
father
flow.
appear for this 4-time Survivor castaway. Hungry
Wait,
Jack
who's
is here.
Oh, was that Parvati
Yeah.
whose dad came out?
And I'm going to let Hungry Jack take over because he wrote these questions that I'm reading. He should
Where's the
be-
nipple tattoo category?
Brandon, why do you
Brandon?
hate me?
I don't hate- what an interesting way to greet your friend who's
That's
here. in the
actually how I greet everyone.
It's crazy.
Hungry Jack.
No, I'm great. Did you just, Juveria, you just read the
at the
Parvati?
top, the first 2 of the Father's Day category. But you
Oh,
can take
okay, hell yeah.
You will be able to read them with more verve because you are the artiste who wrote them.
I'm not gonna brag on the artiste. Okay. Survivor San Juan del Sur saw father and son Keith and Wes Nail, R.I.P., compete alongside each other. What was Keith's
Wait,
starting
Wes is
drive?
dead too?
Oh,
Coyopa.
Mike.
Oh.
Whether-
Wait, what was what?
what is Huyopa? I didn't know if we were buzzing in. I went B&B style and said my own name as a puzzle, but yeah, what was Hunapu? Hunapu, right?
Hunapu is correct, yes.
Wait, what was the question? I got really, really distracted by Omar, obviously.
Yeah, really more than also.
Yeah, oh my
away.
god.
You're gonna
Despite,
get hurt.
I'm sorry,
Put them
Survivor
away.
San
Get it
Juan
out
del
of your
Sur.
mouth.
What's that?
Thank you. No, I told him to take the hemostats out of his mouth.
I'm not familiar with a hemostat is. We don't have those
On,
in
take the
America, I guess.
hemostat out of your mouth.
It's like what Shannon doesn't have in Australia. Survivor San Juan del Sur saw father and son Keith and Wes Nail compete alongside one another. What was Keith's starting tribe?
Okay. What was the other?
Okay.
Okay,
Keith's
cool.
And that was
Starting
Hunapu's
tribe, yeah.
answer.
Thank you for taking it back. Yeah.
No, yeah, we'll do, I guess, the B&B rules where you just say your own name to buzz in.
Okay.
What is the only New Era season to have 4 separate fathers competing?
Oh wow, that's a really good question.
Are we talking
Fathers or
current-
like
Is it
fathers?
Cambodia?
I'm sorry, New Era season, and this is
Oh.
this is at the time of shooting.
Ooh, at the time of shooting.
Roxroy.
Shannon.
Yes,
Thanks, Lua. What is 41?
41 is correct.
Yeah, because I was thinking, so it was Eric, Ricard, Danny, and
I don't think Danny didn't have at the time because I have here Abraham,
Nasir.
Brad, Nasir, Ricard.
Brandon
Okay.
Sear. Yeah.
Yeah. Danny's partner was pregnant, I think, is what.
Yeah, I believe that's correct.
I just missed it by a few months.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
There you go. That's correct.
Yeah, I know my mother's, my father's. That's my.
Love it. Survivor Millennials versus Gen X saw 3 castaways greeted by their fathers at the loved one's reward. Name 2 of those castaways.
Mike,
Yes,
who are Zeke and David?
we'll take it. It's David, Brett, and Zeke were the answers. So we will take that.
I will admit I did glance that. I think it was Survivor Quotes had like the list of all the people who had their dads visit them as loved ones, so I have it in the back of my head.
Shout out
What
to
do you
Anthony
mean
D.
Survivor
Oh.
Quotes had it listed?
Probably
Or
watching.
had like a picture montage of, oh, here are all the dads that visited their children out there on the
Oh,
island.
okay.
What
Okay.
is
I
that?
thought you meant
What
Survivor
Survivor
Quotes,
is?
the
Category.
category on Jeopardy, not the Twitter account.
No,
Yeah,
Our
it's
boy would have
yeah.
fallen in the ocean if he went to go visit you in Fiji. He would have literally fallen in the ocean. We never would have seen him again.
As somebody who's fallen into the ocean at Fiji, it is not. We just get right back up. It takes a while, but we get back up.
And no one ever talks about it again. Right?
Nobody ever brings it up.
Completely nondescript,
I think he would have fallen
unmemorable.
into the middle of the ocean.
Yeah, it's
Which
just
is
a
much
blip on the
harder.
radar. Not,
Yeah.
It's not going to be the thumbnail of the eventual Watch Mojo video about the worst challenge. Put a pin in that. Rob Sesternino, the host of this platform, had his first child, Dominic, during what Survivor season?
Shannon.
Oh, Mike.
Ooh, that's a Shannon.
What is Survivor Blood versus Water?
Survivor Blood versus
Yes.
Water is correct.
And Brandon,
See, I can't
can you?
unscramble his name, but I know when his kids were born.
Bonus
during
point.
what
Do you
season.
remember who was the substitute know-it-all the night that?
Ooh,
That
wasn't
Dominic
it
was
Gabby Pascuzzi?
What?
I don't know. Oh wait.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
Child like 10 years old.
I'm on
bel-
another one right now.
I think I know what it is, but so I may be bullshitting here, but I think I know what it is.
What episode was it? Was it when Savage went home?
This is Survivor Blood versus Water. So
Oh,
Malcolm
sorry, I'm thinking about Anthony.
This is the Jeopardy panel. This is
No, I'm thinking about
question.
Anthony.
Great.
Anthony was born, I think, when Savage went home or around then.
Brandon, can you workshop a question where you combine Nick Wilson and Rob Sesternino? Can you do that?
Well, it's so funny. So I wanted to do like a cousin category for like Survivor cousins, but I could not find enough. Sorry, like Kat's
cousin Robbie.
Robbie.
But the answer, by the way, was Malcolm. So ha, you got it wrong.
What episode was it?
It was like episode 3 of Blood versus Water.
And then was it when Savage went home when Anthony was born?
You're talking about when his second son was born?
Yes, because that's what I was thinking of. Clearly, when I got the wrong season.
I actually don't know. I don't remember.
You don't know things too. We all
wanna
don't
hear the
know
last
some
one.
things.
I have one more category that is called
yeah.
What's Your Day Job? And I'm going to
Ooh.
name you
This was a
3
great
people,
category. I love
and then
this
you tell me
one.
what their job is.
Okay.
Oh yes.
Okay. Starting off, we'll see where we go. Keith Famey, Mike Barassi, Jonas Atsuji.
Omer.
Mike.
Ooh, Shannon. Oh, I forgot.
That was an Omer.
What is a chef?
Chef is correct. Love that.
Cooking
All
up
right.
the right answer.
We have
You ate.
Tawana Bradley, Stephanie LaGrossa, Corinne Kaplan.
Omer.
Mike.
Juveria.
Oh, that was an Omer.
What is the pharmaceutical scam artist?
Wow, color commentary in his answers too.
Sure. I have
Not
you
sure.
sales representative, but we'll go with
Yeah,
Rob.
I could. Okay.
Very disparaging.
I like
Yeah.
Juveria chiming in there for that one though.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I don't know
Juveria,
what I knew.
you
I don't know any of these.
told me that when I was a kid.
Did I say that? Don't say that out loud. Again, I can't get into trouble professionally.
Is that your fun fact when you appear on Jeopardy? Like, yeah, I think pharmaceutical salespeople are scam artists.
I've seen Love and
Well,
Other Drugs.
Famously, someone from Survivor Gabon did claim that they took pride in advertising for Vioxx, even though they knew it killed people. So
The person on that
hemostat in the
list.
mouth. Please no hemostat in the mouth.
I don't know who that person is, but
you can check out realityblurred.com's pregame interview for that
shout out to
information.
Andy DeHart, good friend of the
Yeah.
podcast. Okay, round 3. Butch Lockley, Debbie Beebe, Sean Edwards.
Omer.
Mike.
Shannon.
Omer's
What
really
is a
fast. Was it?
Principal.
That is school principals is correct.
What?
Okay, here's where I think those were softballs. Susie Smith, Aaron Lobdell, Lindsay Cascadon.
Shannon.
Oh, Shannon,
Hairdresser.
hairdresser.
Nah,
I
I was
gotta
gonna
get
say,
that
this
one.
is her 5-hole. Yeah.
Okay, we have Scout Cloud Lee, Rick Nelson, Brad Reese.
Omer. What is mother?
Mike.
Yeah, well, yes, but also Mike.
I mean, factually correct answer, but the real answer is what is rancher?
Rancher. Hell yeah, that's. I love
Never
that.
forget when Scout, this old lady, could have taken said, "Good luck finding a husband that'll put up with you."
Is this you trying to like petition against Brandon and I for not putting Scout on the wish list for Survivor Vanuatu, despite the fact that
Yeah.
she's like 70-something years old?
She's part of no rainbow that I've ever seen. Was another great quote.
Yeah, didn't what she say about Mia? Like your volcano erupted too
Erupts.
much or something?
Yeah, I do
Yes.
recall that. I forget what the.
She
quote
also
was.
said she would not find a husband. Yes.
Which
She did.
hopefully. Shout out to Mia who's watching, who's in the chat.
She in fact did. I can confirm.
Listen. I didn't have the data. And then we have last one: Tyrone Davis, Julie Wolfe, Eric Hafman.
Omer. What is a firefighter?
Firefighter. Final answer. Love it. Love it.
I was waiting for mechanical bull operator.
I know,
I think
there's
there's
only
only
one.
been one, John Kenny.
Only been one. Once you reach the top, the apex, you can't have more. But wow, how fun! There's another category that I have, but I think I'm gonna submit that, and then it's gonna be tweeted tomorrow because I'm gonna throw it somewhere. You'll see it. I think I'm trying to have it tweeted on maybe the Rob as a podcast account. So
Okay.
look out for that.
All right.
It's the before and after category, but survivors' names together.
Your hair flow, by the
one.
way,
I like that
perfect
too.
length.
You know what? Thank you. And I think, not to Rob as a podcast exclusive, but I think we're in the final days of this. I think it's RIP soon to all of this.
Wait, you're gonna cut it all off?
No.
I'm gonna go shorter for sure.
Is Sia paying you to do that?
Are
Who
you
is
going to
that?
go to Aaron
Sia paying you to do that?
Lobdell or?
Sia's not paying anybody anymore. I don't. It's just
Go to
too long.
Kenzie's salon. Just show up. Just call for
I've
an appointment.
I've asked her a couple questions about what I like my vision. I don't know what my vision is, but I just think it's at the point now where it's just like annoyingly long. So I gotta.
Can you get the Rachel from season 1 of Friends?
You know what? Devin, my beloved girlfriend, straightened it one time, and it looked like the Rachel, but just a bad version of. Like it didn't look good, but it looked somewhat like the Rachel.
Take a
I will
picture.
pay for the photos.
Did you just
Okay,
evoke Devin, star of Evil Lives Here, season 5, episode 2?
She's here somewhere. Yeah, she is.
Well,
yeah.
that was a Jeopardy category. Omer would have knocked that out of the park. That would have
That
been
was not
something
on
to bid
Survivor.
$20,000 on.
I sent him screenshots of that episode.
It's a really good episode. That's what I'm plugging. That's my promotion.
That's your plug.
if
All
you
right.
have
Well,
that,
speaking of which,
like
we gotta
Brandon said,
cut
also
this
second
podcast off like Brandon's hair. I want to plug a couple things at the top before we segue into what's going on next week. Again, we need all of your submissions out there when it comes to ideas, and especially when it comes to ideas for a new era think tank, for a wand off. If you want things to happen, they can't just pop out of nowhere. We need your submissions. So make sure you send them in, survivor@robhasawebsite.com. As soon as we get enough, we'll do them. But for right now, we are waiting on these submissions. Wand
Can I
off,
send you my submission right now?
Oh, please.
I think that on the new era think tank that they should, and I actually said this before Survivor 45, that a member of the winning tribe should go over to the losing tribe and be able to cast a vote.
Okay.
And that should be the twist of the pre-merge.
And technically, it wasn't seen on the show proper, so I think we can still count it as a non-canon event. So you can submit ideas like that, as well as, again, wand-off stuff. I think you can limit that to like 45 seconds to a minute and a half, which is over at, again, survivor@robhasawebsite.com. Shannon, do you want to talk about what's going on next week, or do you need some time to? Shannon needs some time to change rooms for a second. So I'm going to read a couple of ideas right off the bat that we got in that all have the people that are not on this podcast weekly entertained. You're an impartial audience, right? So I got some ideas in which, again, we can get each and every week. And I got a couple of fun ones here. So on the subject of game shows, have y'all ever heard about a game called Pointless before?
No. Tell me more.
Do you know, Brandon?
I know of it, but I do not know what it's about.
So Pointless is a game show where it's kind of like, I wouldn't say a reverse Family Feud, but it is all about trying to score as few points as possible, where you're trying to guess the most obscure thing. So like, for example, there would be a panel and I would say, name a survivor that's from New York. And you have to guess, like, you're not saying Rob's sister Nino, you're not saying insert all these people here. You're trying to find like the most obscure survivor that is factually correct.
Sash Lenahan.
Exactly. He's the biggest bachelor in New York, though.
The
apparently.
general?
So.
My answer is the general.
Yeah, so I think that's a very
good
good
one.
example. Now, that would probably require some sort of like a survey be done, but I think that could be an interesting idea when
That's
we do
so
like a
fun.
game show at some point.
Love that. I think that's a lot of fun.
All right, so we'll get Rob's thoughts on it, obviously, but then we'll throw it up. Here, I brought Shannon back on because I want to suggest this idea from Molly. Because Taylor Swift is so popular right now, in which case I say, not right now, picking which season or player of Survivor best represents each Taylor Swift era. So we'll get Shannon's thoughts when she comes back on, but what do we think about this?
Overrated. Taylor Swift, overrated. She's fine.
I don't co-sign that, but I like her a lot. I like it. Hell yeah.
I think that's a B&B game, though.
You're gonna get people storming the house now.
I will say that I do feel like those of us on the B&B would be incredibly ill-equipped to do so. This would be something
fair.
I feel like
Shannon for it.
Shannon has to be the one to sign off on it, and she'd have to surround herself with Charlie types, if not Charlie outright. So I think it's an interesting idea.
She'd have to explain it more, though, because I don't know about any of these things. And if I'm listening, I need to be brought into it.
It doesn't sound like an entire podcast, I'd say. Like maybe there is some sort of like Taylor Swift Power Hour episode where we do a bunch of Taylor Swift-esque segments. But listen, we've had the biggest Swiftie explicitly on the show so far, besides Brandon Bellinger, former bodyguard. There's got to be something we could take advantage on it.
Hungry Jack.
Shannon, are you back or are you still... She's still plugging away?
It's hard to say what she's doing or what she's not doing.
Oh, she's gone again. Okay. Here's another one. I want to bring back the idea of possibly bringing on other reality TV contestants. Here's an idea that was brought up. Could we have a night where people who cover other shows besides Survivor come on and like choose their champion? Like, could we have Kirsten and Scally come on and be like, here's who from Love Island should be on Survivor? That we probably wouldn't cast them, but it could be an opportunity to dabble in this experiment as to, okay, what Big Brother people do we want to see on Survivor? What Amazing Race people, etc.
Yeah, and Real Housewives.
Real Housewives could be another great one as well. Yeah, I think there are, especially with the burgeoning of the traders, there are so many Bravo lebs that I think could absolutely be put on there. So,
Hello.
hi.
Can you hear me? I'm so
Yes.
sorry. You know, every week they decide to do construction near every single window of my apartment. And today was the worst. And I had to move because it would have been awful. What were we saying? Catch me up like it's Jeopardy.
I've got a few ideas for you here. How would you feel about some sort of Taylor Swift themed podcast where you could define what player is an era? I put this more in your control because you are by far the biggest Swiftie among us. So you'd be able to come up with like an hour's worth of material.
I mean, a lot more than that. I feel like a lot of people will love that and a lot of people will hate that. And all I can hear is people who are like, oh, Taylor Swift is everywhere. And then they'll hate on her and then I'll feel bad. And like, maybe I don't want to do that.
Should they
DM
like her their thoughts about it?
Oh, well, yeah, I think they can. Is there open communication allowed, Shannon, on social media as to what people think about what eras refer to what Survivor players?
In terms of, can we just talk about it as a group?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, no, we can do that. I love that. But like, I don't think it should be a podcast because I think people will be mad that it's like, why is Taylor Swift everywhere all the time?
What about in crossing the streams of reality shows? We have people who cover non-Survivor shows on RHAP come on and pitch people from their shows that they feel would be fun Survivor contestants. Housewives, Big Brother people, mole contestants, etc.
I feel like it would be hard to describe why, you know?
David Archuleta.
Sanjaya. You don't know how well Sanjaya would do it.
Sanjaya was on I'm a Celebrity, right?
He was.
Like him with Tom Holland?
No, Sanjaya.
Which people get them confused all the time. So it makes sense why Sanjaya and Tom Holland.
No, with like Tom Holland's girlfriend. I don't even want to refer to her as such because that's not fair. He's more like Zendaya's boyfriend. I understand it is Zendaya, but a lot of people think it is Zendaya. So, all right, people aren't into that idea. What else do we have?
Well, that's just a few ideas that I was kicking around. There was also a game show called Pointless that I can explain to you after the fact, and maybe we'd be able to rustle feathers.
I played Pointless.
Yeah,
I played
you did
Pointless
play
on
Pointless.
RHAP. It did not go well. It went worse than Jeopardy, and I got $0 on Jeopardy. So
maybe you could host it.
I'm bad at game shows.
Clearly,
not yet. As of this moment.
Company, we can make a group chat. I think we got that in common.
I did 2 weeks. You did 2 weeks on Survivor. I did 2 weeks on Top Model. We're kind of the same if you think about it.
Oh, wait, can we do a Top Model rewatch of season?
Of my season?
Yeah.
I would sooner do anything else in the world. Like, I would sooner take the idea someone suggested that was just no Shannon. Like, all right. Right. By the way, that's not an idea, and it was really mean, and it made me upset.
Yeah, please send actual ideas, people. But
yeah, don't send mean comments to the Google Doc. Like, I have to look at that for work.
What if we took the photo shoots from your season and all recreated it ourselves, and then you judged them?
That's kind of good. If I don't have to do it, yes. I mean,
I think that's just more so spare time. Something
you're the judge, though.
I love it.
I'll do it.
I only have 2 photos in my.
Was there a nude shoot?
I can't remember. I was in one shoot. We went to Paris. There probably was at least a swimsuit shoot. that I wasn't in. The makeover.
Shoot.
Let's recreate it. Let's do that.
Okay.
All right. Well, we don't have to make over or reinvent the wheel when it comes to this podcast. Those were just a few ideas that I wanted to kick the can on. But Shannon, we do have an idea in the hopper for next week. I will not be here. Rob will not be here. We're both taking some respective steps away from the computer, but you will be holding down the homestead with some very fun guests talking about a very fun subject.
Yes. Okay. So I was handed the keys, and what did everyone? I think people thought I'd do the Taylor Swift thing, right? We also were going to have a nerd podcast. That's something I might do. I might do some other nerdy podcasts like on the global feed. I haven't spoken to Rob about this, but I kind of feel like Summer of Survivor is meant to be stupid. But then I also feel like I should do some smart stuff, or my brain might start leaking out of my head. So that might be on another feed. Next week, we're going to keep it dumb. We're going to do a bracket because I really want to do a bracket. I've never done a bracket. So we're going to do, can I have your bracket? And the bracket is going to be on quotable one-liners. So it has to be quotable. We might fix up the name if that's a little wordy. And I'm going to have Puya and Chappelle on to argue about the best quotable one-liners. So I'm going to put out some stuff probably on Twitter and the patron group asking what you guys quote. And
Can
then
I put
from
my
there,
nomination out right now?
Oh, yeah.
Tell me.
Please, Omar.
Please.
Who
Thank
is
you.
this jackass?
Oh, that's a good one. Brandon, do you
How-
have a
where do you
submission?
quote it? How often do you quote it, though?
I
I
represent-
actually would use it all the time.
Okay, fair enough.
My own season, my good friend. I'll throw what the hell guys out there.
Yeah,
You know?
that was
That's a late one,
yeah.
but a good one. I feel
late
like
one,
it's
but a good
instantly iconic. Javeria, do you have one?
Fuck you, Brad Culpepper.
Okay.
Who said it, though?
Now, who said it?
Yeah,
Don't know.
that is the one I quote all the time. Probably won't even be in the bracket because I feel like it's not iconic enough. But
Is
is
it
the
Help
one
Me,
I
Paul?
quote. Help Me, Paul, of course. If we were going international, that would be number one. But no, I Am Lazy, Courtney Yates. I feel like I use I Am Lazy in like her exact way that she said it in that challenge she won.
I don't remember the words, but I liked it when, and I don't even remember when Bruce was having problems with his prostate, and then that girl came to sing to him,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Courtney,
he
yeah.
told her not to sing anymore. And that is a scene I really like from your
That's
show.
really a quote there.
I'll kill
I
you
do
in your shitty apartment.
I'll kill in your shitty apartment.
A
Is
great
good. I
line.
feel like most of the quotes I have are like Sandra's. Like she's very quotable. We could probably just do a whole side of the bracket of Sandra.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're doing that next Wednesday night, 7 p.m. ET, Thursday morning for the Australians. I don't know all the other time zones. I'm sorry.
If you're in Chicago, which according to Drew is apparently a distant world in and of itself that exists in a time that's unknowns to man.
4
So-
p.m. Jeopardy start. It makes no sense.
Yeah, so we'll
Chicago.
be back to our
Yeah.
usual day and relative time next week. Of course, we took off Wednesday because of the Juneteenth holiday. But thank you to everybody who joined us tonight. This was an incredibly fun time. And again, huge thanks to Juveria, to Brandon, for everyone behind the scenes for working on this. This was such a fantastic time. And I think, Shannon, I mean, I don't know. I'll ask you because I know this was not an ideal experience for you. Would you want to do this again?
Wow, it's not an ideal experience because I got $0.
You literally
Yeah,
expressed
can I
that
tell you-
attitude 10 minutes ago.
Can I tell you
fun.
a story just very quickly?
Yeah.
I went on Jeopardy. I got $0. I was sad, and then I came back, and I won 2 tournaments, and I won a lot of dollars.
So let's
you
do
can
that.
do it.
Let's do that where I
mean-
win a lot of dollars. Let's do
Yeah.
my redemption arc.
Yeah.
Can we do that?
Yeah, listen,
got a lot to
I'd be
spend.
happy to put it on the schedule for some time this summer. I think we can definitely make it happen, especially because the games are so short. And yeah, there might be a period of time, especially once we get to July, that we are butting up against Big Brother. So, Shannon, anything else you want to plug?
I had a fun time. I think I said I wouldn't have expected to have so much fun while losing so badly. I mean, first I want to ask Brandon, for real, why do you hate me? Australian geography, really?
That was me.
It wasn't me. I didn't do that.
Okay.
Oh,
Juveria,
that was-
why? You blame
I thought-
Brandon?
I thought that those would be ones that only you would get,
Yeah, you don't know me.
but I didn't know that he knew anything about geography.
Ironically, the fact that she told him that information that he used against her.
Well, what you didn't know is that I only know Queensland and I only know Perth.
Queensland sounds like something made up by Twitter when you think about it, right? It's like
No.
right next to Motherville, but it's an actual state that we
What were
have.
the
Okay,
other
is that we're going to
states?
be where Survivor Mothers versus Moms takes place in Queensland?
100%. What am I plugging? Nothing really, just this, the podcast I just said. I'm about to talk to Felipe about Inside Out 2. I'm going to do that on the
What's the
Brazilian
recommendation?
Dragon
Thumbs
podcast.
up, thumbs down?
Loved it. Oh my God. I mean, Pixar, and it's about anxiety. I was there instantly. I actually went to the premiere event with Amy Poehler, humble brag.
Why did they not cast Brandon Donlin as Anxiety in Inside Out 2?
I would have listen. It would have been on site. I wish. I
It
haven't
would've
seen
been so
Inside Out
good.
1. I got to catch up.
Should that be a podcast where we cast Inside Out characters using Survivor
Yes,
people? Like
that's so funny.
Lil has to be sadness, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah. Well, Felipe and I were about to
ruins
do that, and I
everything.
was thinking about it. David Wright is like a good fear, which Tony Hale was perfect. And I know you love Bill Hader, but Tony Hale did the voicing. Who's Joy? I was thinking about this because I need
T-Bird.
Marianne.
T-Bird,
T-Bird
Marianne.
or
Both
Marianne.
Really good options. There you go. See, this is why you're the expert who won Jeopardy.
Who's Anger is the better question.
I got a couple ideas. I can't say.
Rory
Dan
Freeman.
Limbo?
Rory Freeman.
Well, Shane has that Lewis Black energy to him. so-
Rory Freeman.
Those are
Charming
all
yet
good
angry.
All
Those are
right.
all good
Well, this was such a pleasure. Thank you to the siblings Zaheer as well as Brandon Donlin and everybody who tuned in as well in the chat. We are always grateful. And to Drew Basile. Everyone watch him tomorrow night,
Yay.
afternoon, whatever
time.
purgatorial existence you're in Chicago.
And if
Watch
you're in
Drew.
Philly, come to the party. The party's gonna be a lot of fun. It'll be a great time at Garage in Fishtown.
And watch Drew kill it and hopefully dethrone the champion and become the Dragon Slayer he was born to be. Of course, check out all the other great stuff we're doing on the Survivor feed. Of course, I'm back every weekday covering the Survivor wishlist. I was on with Brandon last week. I might be on with another member of this panel in a couple weeks' time, so have your ears tuned
Juveria?
into that. Yes, me and Juveria are going to be covering her favorite season, Survivor
And we're
Redemption
gonna-
Island. With a lot of thoughts about Steve Wright that I
We're
can't
gonna
wait to
take
hear.
our teeth out.
Oh my god! And the other thing is that, as was mentioned before, Charlie did a deep dive with Rob. The season 46 deep dives have begun, so make sure you check that all out. Don't miss a second. Rob has a website.com/Survivor. That's going to do it for this week on the Summer of Survivor. Thank you all so much for taking out this malarkey and shenanigans. It was truly a great time. Shannon will be back with Puya and Chappelle. Be on the lookout on social media as well for a petition for some of those quotable one-liners. Until next time, everybody, take care. Bye-bye.